Here we are in Canada at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, also known as Mosport, for the running of the DC Solar 250. We're going to get to see trucks go left and right here today. Before we get going, let's take a look at our starting lineup. On the pole of the 08 Alexander Road 2 is outside 11 of Bentley Pierce. In 30 of points leader Luke Rainey. 4th is Brandon Thunder. Running up the top 5, we got Tim Gary. Then 6th, you have Isaac Nichols. 7th is Eli Bright. 8th, Julius Anderson. In 9th, you have Derek Hill. Running up the top 10 is Josh Shimito. The rest of the field goes Joe Jefferson. They got Josiah Kaufman, Jeff Bright, and then JJ Reed, along with Ivy Hernandez and Adam Lewis. Then Cortez Newman and Jason Larker, Trey Rainey and Alex Stewart. Then Ray Sir and Max Anderson, Jake Moss and Michael Canto. Then Roland Emmerich and Jeremy Heath, Taylor Brian Price and Carter Friesen. Then Cynthia Bright and Junior Ramos. Lee Jack Table second in points, and then Noah Ely, James Barker and Cole Luigi. And running out the field, you got DJ Reed and Lefter Stu Cole on row number 18, 35th, and 36th here today. As Alexander will lead the field to the green flag as we get the starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Take a nice deep breath, buddy. Settle and relax. Give your seatbelt a slow tug and tug on your steering wheel one more time for me. Good luck, bud. We'll see you at the end of this deal.
36 trucks fire up and roll off here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. All 36 get going. It was a wild race last season where I think we saw a lead change or two. We saw some pretty good racing at the front. We're hoping that this season can be even better, or at least the same amount. So the field getting caught up as the pace truck and make the right-hand turn to pit road. 16 laps around Mosport. As we get set to go green in the DC Solar 250, they come off of the final corner. Green flag is waving. We're racing here at Mosport. Inside lane works for Alexander Rowe there on that start. He clears Bentley Pierce and gets away. Brandon Thunder is settled into the third position. Luke Rainey falls back to fourth, and then there's a side-by-side battle further back between Eli Bright and I believe that's the 02 Josh Shamil. That is for the 8th position on track. See, this is really the corner where you can make the most passes if you're on the inside lane, which look at Brandon Thunder up here. Going to do that. He's going to get to the second position underneath his teammate. Bentley Pierce goes right on by him. They fly off that corner. Tim Gary grabs the 4th position from Luke Rainey. Rainey actually was in a position to win this race last season, in fact. So it's very interesting to see him running up towards the front once again. Thunder trying to clear. Almost rubs with his teammate Pierce right there, but clears him as they come off of that corner. And now he has his sights set on Alexander Rowe, number 08 truck. They come off the final corner. Rowe leads lap 1. Thunder gets to second position. Your first battle now is Joe Jefferson and Josh Shamil. That is for the 9th position. Josh Shamil has it. Joe Jefferson definitely wants that. He's going to take it easily on the inside turn number 1. That 9 truck with a throwback moves up to the 9th position. And he's one of only a few trucks with a throwback. You kind of tell that the 3 is just a little bit of a throwback right there. See older Sunoco logos and number 3 and all that. So a little bit of a throwback right there. The 31 of Taylor Brian Price, also a throwback. See right there. There are some trucks with damage back here, possibly involved in some sort of altercation. Problems for Taylor Brian Price. Big issues for a lot of these drivers. Look at the damage to Price right there and some others. The caution is out. And it's probably because of that, I imagine. I can't imagine any other reason why. Yeah, it has to be for that, as there's no other really crash anywhere on track. Pierce tried to get by. Thunder once again won't be able to do it. As we have our first caution of the day here in lap number 2, they will race back. Alexander Rowe looks like he's going to get back easily with the race lead. It's going to be a battle between teammates for second, however, as Thunder has it. Pierce wants it. As they come off of the final corner, Alexander Rowe leads us back to the caution flag. Brandon Thunder will get back in second as there's a crash out, possibly on the front share. I see some skid marks there. So let's see what happens. Cynthia Bright, I believe, might have been involved along with some others. Racing off the final corner, Taylor Brian Price, the number 31, the 99 car, or the 99 truck of Jake Moss. And Price just kind of moves over a little bit, trying to get off the grass. And Jake Moss is there, and Cynthia Bright, nowhere to go. They pile in. Carter Friesen and Junior Ramos go to the grass. I believe those guys took the caution flag already, which was why they were slower at the back. Look at that in real time once again. See right there, the third one's just going to move over right there. Kind of catches Moss off guard, it looked like, and Cynthia Bright just piles into there, nowhere to go, trying to gas it up and get by it. And, in hindsight, now once you look at it, probably should have just slowed down and hit the brakes and tried to move to the right. So Alexander Rowe let the field back. They shouldn't pit, and if they do, we'll come back. If not, we'll go back to the green flag. Coming back to the green flag on lap number 5, Alexander Rowe out front. No trucks have retired from that, but there are some with damage. So Alexander Rowe out front, Brandon Thunder in second, third is Bentley Pierce, fourth Tim Gary, fifth is Luke Rainey. Then you got Isaac Nichols, Eli Bright, Julius Anderson, Joe Jefferson, and Derek Hill running out the top 10. As the green flag is waving once again, we're back racing here at Mosport. Brandon Thunder with a pretty good restart right there. Couldn't get to the inside of Rowe actually, and went a little bit higher than he should have there. And it really cost him some time, and Rowe's going to be able to pull away just a little bit. Tim Gary with the peak on Bentley Pierce for that third position. 4 trucks been fast. Trucks going off track, trying to keep it all situated right there. Thunder stayed with Alexander Rowe, however. That draft. Coming up to a place where you can really make some passes happen. Right here, this corner. Oh, Thunder way overdrives it, way up high. Oh, contact with teammate Bentley Pierce. Pierce sends him out wide. Tim Gary also out wide. And Bentley Pierce back to the second position. Tim Gary and Luke Rainey now in the battle for that fourth position. I believe Gary will keep it, as Rainey did not get the drive off that he was probably expecting right there. So some contact between teammates. Brandon Thunder way out wide. Pierce trying to give Tim Gary enough room, which is why he went up there and hit the 7 truck. Sent Thunder way out wide, and that could have been a big crash if they didn't sort that out. Luckily they did. 2 teammates sorting that out, and Pierce gets to that second position. They're trying to run down Alexander Rowe, who's still out front. Next battle now, Brandon Thunder and Tim Gary. And they got Luke Rainey there, trying to close on the 4 truck, as Gary went out a little bit wider right there. Good run for Isaac Nichols in the 6th position as well. He needed this run. And Joe Jefferson back here going for the 7th position. Look at him come up to the front. Number 9 truck looks pretty stout. Up to the 7th position after he gets by Eli Bright right here. Eli moves back to the 8th position. Joe Jefferson looking for his first win of the season to get himself into the chase. As we are inching down towards that chase. Look at that. 2 truck all over the back bumper of the 9. So if Jefferson makes a little bit of a mistake right here in this corner, Eli can pounce right back. It looks like they keep it nice and orderly right there. Some trucks swing out wider. Coming to 10 laps to go. Up front, it's all Alexander Rowe. Bentley Pierce trying to run him down. Pierce has been running just a little bit faster this lap. So he's closed the gap just a little bit. Then Brandon Thunder has kind of settled off in the 3rd position. No one really in front of him to gain, no one behind him to pass him. As Tim Gary might be holding up this train of cars as Luke Rainey has been caught by Nichols, Joe Jefferson, Eli Bright. That's the front 8th. And Julius Harrison and Josh Meal running out the top 10. Derek Hill in the 11th position right now. And Jeff Bright is back to 12th. Good run for Bright as well. Jeff, he needed a good run as we get 10 laps to go. Yeah, a lot of these drivers up towards the front, they needed runs like this. Pierce about 0.3 faster that time by. He still has over half the race left to make a move. Number 11 truck looked pretty smooth around that corner right there. Didn't look like he had to fight the wheel at all to make it turn or whatnot. Oh, Pierce drove it in hard there. I thought he was going to miss the corner, but he actually did a pretty good job of getting it woed down. But now he overdrives the exit of the corner, and here comes Brandon Thunder right back on him. Pierce is able to fend him off and keep that 2nd position for now, but 2 teammates now in a battle once again. Thunder with the run up the straightaway. Luke Rainey pushing Tim Gary back there. As the battle for 2nd, 2 teammates once again battle. And it's allowing Alexander Rowe to pull away. Back there, Joe Jefferson for 6th. You know how badly he wants a caution, because look at him flying up through the field. Passes Nichols to get to that 6th position. That 9 truck has something if there's a caution. For 2nd still. Brandon Thunder trying to take it from his teammate. Pierce not giving it up. Pierce with a great run off. 9 to go here at Mosport. Halfway next time by. Thunder takes that 2nd position back. but has allowed Alexander Rowe to pull away by a huge margin. Halfway next time by. And now, because those guys are balanced side by side, Tim Gary and Luke Rainey have closed in. And how about Joe Jefferson up to that 6th position? He's mowing them down. Back here in the battle for 8th, Eli Bright trying to hold it, but Julius Harrison looks like his truck just a little bit faster. That number 98. Derek Hamill up into the top 10. He has passed Josh Jamil for that position. Jeff Bright's there, going for that 12th position. He's in a side-by-side battle with Josiah Kaufman. Look at these corners once again. Look at Joe Jefferson. That truck is really good through that section of the track. It's really allowing him to gain a lot of time up this straight. Look at him with the run on Luke Rainey. Rainey tried to block just a little bit. Derek Hamill also flying up through the field. He's up to the 9th position now. As Joe Jefferson's going to get by Luke Rainey here as they head into this corner. Come to 8 laps to go halfway. Jefferson needs to keep a nose. Whoa! Almost some contact there. Luke Rainey gets shoved up the track. And Joe Jefferson takes the 5th position. Rainey, he might not be too happy. I thought he was going to drive it in there and send Joe Jefferson off track. Luckily, he didn't do that. So Joe Jefferson has mowed his way to 5th place now. After just moving a point leader, Luke Rainey out of the way just a little bit. As we are now halfway through the race. 8 down, 8 to go. Up front, Alexander Rose led every lap thus far. And with the unbalanced for second behind, he's really been able to stretch out his lead just a little bit. Is now up to 1.7 seconds over the 7 truck of Brandon Thunder. But once again, still a lot of time left. If caution comes out, that could change everything, especially with how the 9 truck is just running his way up through this field. Look, he's on the back bumper of Tim Gary already. Derek Hamill's also been charging up through the field. He's up to the 8th position now. Watch for him to possibly get a top 5. Let's see what Jefferson can do here through his corner. This is where he gains all of his time. That time he followed Tim Gary, and it might hurt him right here. Here comes Luke Rainey. Yeah, if he could cut to the inside of Gary right there, he could have had another position down this straightaway. However, that's not going to be the case. I don't believe Luke Rainey will be able to get side by side with him, though. That's going to allow Joe Jefferson to keep his top 5 spot for now. So how about that? The throwback paint scheme doing wonders for Joe Jefferson here in this race. He's up to the 5th position, looking for another top 5 this season, looking for some momentum to try and get himself a win. Look to 2nd. Brandon Thunder has it, but Bentley Pierce is coming. Pierce off track. Problem with the 11 truck. Oh, they're slow. Caution's out. Alexander Rose also slowed. Did they possibly miss pit road? Look at the 92 truck. Javier Hernandez, how tore up that 92 is. And Alexander Rowe and Bentley Pierce with huge issues. They're now stopped on track. Oh my gosh. 2 people running in the top 3, and then that happens. That's just handed the lead over to the 7 truck of Brandon Thunder. Tim Gary should cycle to 2nd, and Joe Jefferson should cycle to 3rd. But let's see what happened to the 92 of Javier Hernandez. It looks like he was the one that brought out this caution. Racing just outside the top 15, 16th position, Javier Hernandez in the number 92. Gets a little bit of a bump here from Jason Larker in the 39 right here off of this corner. And, yeah, it looks like Larker just washed up into him and spun him hard into these tires right there. Luckily, he hit the tires, though, because that could be a nasty crash if he didn't. So, big crash there, big hit. That's why the caution has come out. So, your Daytona winner having some issues here at Mosport. Oh, hard crash. Jason Larker go out there and hit the... No, he's... But then what happened to Alexander Rowe, your pole sitter, the guy who's led most of this race? So the caution comes out right there. I would have thought that maybe they were slowing to come back to the caution flag. That's not the case, though, because they slowed before it. So something had to have happened here. I'm really wondering if they missed pit road. If they tried to get down pit road, maybe they know they don't have enough fuel. If they tried to get down pit road, something of that nature, and then couldn't get out of first gear or something, Brandon Thunder goes right on by to take the race lead. So he'll lead us back to the green flag if, of course, they don't pit and if he comes out in front. So if they pit, we'll come back and see those pit stops. If not, we'll come back to take the green flag. Mixed strategy here at Mosport. The 08 and 11 come down pit road. Remember, we were saying they probably missed pit road. That's probably exactly what happened because they're in pit road now. Does anyone else come down is the question. I believe there might be the only 2. Everyone else flying on by. Very, very interesting strategy. Do they think they're just a little bit short to where maybe if they come down, put a little bit of a splash of fuel in, they'll be good to go? I don't know. But these were the trucks running in the second and I believe fifth positions. And they have the first 2 pit stalls. Or last 2, depending on how you look at it. They're going to take tires, obviously. If they take 4, they could probably try and charge up through the field no matter what they can do. Possibly they think they have an issue as well because, yeah, some strange things happening. Cynthia Bryce also come down, but she has damage, remember. Rowe leaves along with Bentley Pierce. Taylor Bryan Price without a front end. So, once we get back to the green flag, it'll be Brandon Thunder out front. Should be about 5 or 4 laps to go. 5 to go and get the restarts. The pace truck goes into pit road. Javier Hernandez is out. Out front, you have Brand Thunder. Then Tim Gary, Joe Jefferson, Luke Rainey, and Isaac Nichols round out the top 5 as the green flag is back out. We're back racing the DC Solar 250. Look at the run for Tim Gary on this restart. 5 to go. Tim Gary trying to take the race lead. He does it into turn 1. Now can Thunder get a big enough run off the top and try and challenge with Tim Gary as they head to the inside now. Big battle side by side for the race lead. Tim Gary trying to clear off the top. Joe Jefferson is there waiting. Thunder with a big push. And Joe Jefferson is there waiting. Remember, he's had one of the fastest trucks all day. Now here he is in a position to try and win this race in third. They're still side by side as they come up the hill. Thunder with a big push from Joe Jefferson to get clear. But Tim Gary drives it to the bottom lane. They're still side by side. Luke Rainey coming for that third position as Tim Gary takes the race lead. And Luke Rainey has climbed his way up to third. Your points leader looking strong here late. But that just showed that the 4 and the 7 have pretty equal trucks. And if Tim Gary makes a mistake and Brandon Thunder gets there, it could be a big race to the finish. Look at Luke Rainey coming for second. Couldn't get there. Maybe a little bump there to the 7 truck. Some outstanding racing at the front now. But now the question is, will they have to come down pit road? Luke Rainey out wide. Here comes Joe Jefferson back on him for third again. Jefferson's going to get to the inside. He has the preferred line entering turn 1. He should get it easily right here with how the inside's been working. He does get it. 2 black and yellow trucks battling hard. Rainey stays beside him, however. This is exactly how the 4 and the 7 battled. Nichols is watching this from his perspective saying, where do I go? Joe Jefferson clears. No, Rainey with the big run once again. Jefferson has the inside preferred line to this corner. He's going to take it. And there comes Isaac Nichols for that 4th position. Luke Rainey off the top should be able to clear him. So 4 laps to go. Tim Gary's out front, the number 4 truck. Looking for his first win this season. I believe he's looking for his first win this season. Oh, he went out a little bit wider. Look at Brandon Thunder down to the bottom. Big run for that 7 truck as they come off of the corner down this long straightaway, high-speed portion. You need a great exit to that corner because it's such a long straightaway, such high speeds. Thunder did close in just a little bit, but he's not able to make a pass. Joe Jefferson waiting there in third. Coming to 3 to go this time. Oh, Brandon Thunder missed pit road. And remember that happened last time when they tried to come down. So I believe they will have to pit. Unless someone saved 2 laps. Where are the 08 and the 11? The 11 right now in the 30th position. Spins the lead track tail onto the inside wall. We get a caution flag. This will be the race. And now if you're... Oh... Racing back here, Tim Gary all by himself. As remember, the 7 truck of Brandon Thunder had that issue. They have to race back, obviously. And if he didn't try to come down pit road, he would have been scored in the 2nd position. He would have had a chance to race back here to get to the finish line in 1st. Tim Gary should win this race handily unless he has to pit. Because remember, they have to go 2 laps of caution on the fuel that they have. The 7 truck tried to pit, and remember, the 08 and the 11 came down pit road. So this could shake up to possibly the 08 or the 11's favor. Racing for second, Joe Jefferson trying to hold off Luke Rainey. I believe Tim Gary is going to have it, but he has to coast it around 2 laps on this fuel that he has, which could be asking a lot. It's going to take a little bit to get around this track, under caution especially. So Tim Gary, as we mentioned, will lead us back to the caution flag. So he had a pretty good lead over Joe Jefferson and Luke Rainey, to where even if he made a mistake, would have kept it. Gary back in front. Here he shut the truck off. As soon as he got to that line, he shut the truck off, trying to save as much fuel as he can. So issues for Brandon Thunder, and it just keeps on multiplying, as the 08, I believe, of Alexander Rowe was the one to spin out Luigi Octavo in the 01. So first, let's check out what happened. My apologies, it was the 11 of Bentley Pierce that spun out the 01 into the inside wall. It looks like he gets caught in the inside wall. The caution comes out. If he didn't get caught, it wouldn't have been a caution, but since he got caught, the caution comes out and does this play to Tim Gary's favor. He has to go around 1.5 laps on this tank of fuel. We'll come back if he runs out. If not, we'll come back to the checkered flag. It looks like Tim Gary's got enough fuel to get to the finish line as they come into the final few corners. As long as that truck does not stumble, he's going to win over Joe Jefferson. Luigi Octavo also retired from this race. Remember, he was the reason for that final caution. Looks like Tim Gary has it. Into the final corner he will come. He saved enough fuel to get to the finish line. Tim Gary off the final corner will win the DC Solar 250 at Motorsport and lock himself into the Pennzoil Truck Series chase. What a great race that was there towards the end. We saw that big battle between Brandon Thunder and Tim Gary. Joe Jefferson was there trying to pounce in case something happened, and overall, very, very great road course race. Now let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the DC Solar 250 at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. There were 3 caution flags for 6 laps and 2 lead changes among 3 different drivers. Tim Gary leads 5 laps to get to victory lane. He started 5th, so great day for him. He's also now up to 2nd in points. With the victory, should be great to get into the chase. Joe Jefferson ends up 2nd. You know how badly he wanted that win because he needs to win that to get into the chase. Luke Rainey ends up 3rd. He started there, so great day for him, your points leader. Derek Hamill in 4th and Isaac Nichols 5th. Then Eli Brighton 6th, Josh Shamil 7th, Julius Harrison 8th, Jason Larker 9th, and Adam Lewis rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20. So your pole sitter, Alexander Rowe, led the first 8 laps. He had that issue, remember, where he wanted to come down pit road under the green flag. He missed pit entry, which is why he fell all the way to, or he fell to 2nd. They pitted under green, or under yellow, trying to possibly play some strategy and have everyone else pit while he stayed out. He ends up 20th, so decent recovery for him, but you know how badly he wanted that victory. 34 trucks finished their race running. So now let's go look at the point standings. 16 races down. Here are the point standings. Luke Rainey keeps that points lead. Now 135 points over Tim Gary in 2nd. Trey Rainey is still 3rd. Luigi Octavo falls to 4th, and Julius Harrison is 5th. They got Ray Hearn 6th. Junior Ramos in 7th. 8th, Eli Bright. Roland Emmerich 9th, and Joe Jefferson moves up to 10th in points. So there's your top 20. See right now in the top 20 you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 winners in the top 20 in points. We can only have 10 winners in the chase. So Lafters, Ducol, and Cortez Newman will be out of spots. Your 10 chasers right now are Luke Rainey, Tim Gary, Trey Rainey, Luigi Octavo, Julius Harrison, Ray Sir. They got Eli Bright, Avi Hernandez, Jeff Bright, and Derek Hamill right now. Your 10 chasers. Lafters, Ducol, and Cortez Newman still have a shot. Look down at the rest of the points. Jake Moss and Josiah Kaufman and Brandon Thunder need something big to happen. Or excuse me, not Josiah Kaufman, Isaac Nichols. Moss, Nichols, and Thunder need something big to happen. For Moss, really another win is probably what they need to happen to make that chase over top 25 in points. You need to use a win in the Truck Series. So the next race is going to be another wild one, the Xfinity 250 at Iowa. See you guys then.